There is a difference, a real one. And I think part of the reason so many people stay confused and in pain for so long inside these dynamics is that nobody has ever laid that difference out clearly and honestly. Because avoidants can seem similar on the surface, regardless of how they feel about you. They can be warm and then distant with someone they barely think about. They can be inconsistent and hard to read with someone they are completely falling for. The behaviors can look almost identical from the outside, but they are not identical. And once you know what you are actually looking for, the difference becomes very hard to miss. Let me start with what it looks like when you are just an option. When an avoidant is not deeply invested, the inconsistency has a particular flavor to it. It is comfortable, almost casual. They disappear without any visible tension around the disappearance. They come back without any real acknowledgement that they were gone. There is no weight to any of it, because there is no real stakes for them in how it lands on you. They enjoy your company when it is convenient. They respond when they feel like it. They keep things light because keeping things light is all they ever intended. And if you start to push for more depth, more consistency, more definition around what this actually is, they do not panic. They just drift further back, calmly, without much internal conflict at all. Because here is the thing about an avoidant with someone they are not truly invested in. The distance does not cost them anything. It is easy to be unavailable when the availability never mattered much to begin with. It is easy to keep someone at arm's length when you were never tempted to pull them close. The avoidant patterns are still present, but they are running on low. There is no real battle happening inside them, no pull in the opposite direction, just the default setting, operating exactly as it always has, with no particular reason to question it. That is what being an option feels like from the inside of this dynamic. Weightless in a way that eventually starts to feel hollow. Now let me tell you what it looks like when you are the one. Everything I just described is still present. The distance is still there. The inconsistency is still there. The difficulty with emotional intimacy is still there. Avoidant attachment does not disappear because the feelings are real. If anything, the feelings make the avoidant patterns more intense, not less. But there is something underneath the distance that was not there before. Tension. When an avoidant is genuinely falling for someone, there is a friction to their withdrawal that does not exist when they are casually unavailable. They pull away, but they come back faster. They go quiet, but they break the silence in ways that feel deliberate. They struggle to maintain the distance because something keeps pulling them back through it. You will notice it in the small things. They remember everything, not some things, everything. Details you mentioned once in passing, something you said about your childhood, the name of the thing that made you laugh 3 weeks ago. An avoidant who is not invested does not carry that kind of detail. An avoidant who is falling for you cannot seem to put it down. They show up differently under your stress. When something is wrong in your life, when you are going through something difficult, an avoidant who sees you as an option will offer sympathy from a comfortable distance. An avoidant who loves you will feel your difficulty in a way that pulls them out of their own patterns. They may not do it perfectly. They may not do it in the way you would choose, but they will do something. Because your pain lands differently when you are the one. They come back with more each time. This is perhaps the clearest signal of all. When an avoidant retreats and then returns to someone they are not truly invested in, they come back to exactly the same place they left. Same distance, same terms, same ceiling on what they are willing to give. But when they retreat and return to the one, they come back having processed something. They come back slightly more open than they were before. The return is not just the end of a withdrawal. It is a small, quiet step forward. It is not linear, it is not fast, and it will test your patience in ways that feel genuinely unreasonable sometimes. But it moves. And with a true avoidant, movement is everything. Because they are not built for grand gestures and sweeping declarations. They are built for slow, reluctant, terrified steps towards the person who somehow makes the fear feel worth facing. And if that person is you will feel it, even through the silence, even through the distance, even when they cannot say it yet, you will feel it.